Hello and welcome back to the Honest Lab Horror Show, the show that we bring to you each and every Friday night. Why we do this on a Friday night? Because Friday night is horror night.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As you can see, I've changed out Ted with his long hair for someone else that has long hair. Might be a bit of an upgrade to Ted. Sorry, Ted. This is actor, screen queen, producer, model, singer, and pretty much the jack of all trades. Miss Mel Heflin, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to come on.
Of course.
I know it's afternoon, evening time for yourself now, so
It's about my bedtime, but I can stay up.
yeah, I love bedtime. Can't beat bedtime.
Part of the day.
That's the sign of getting old. But as I said, thanks for taking time out of your day to come on. It's your name that's popped up on this show, countless times. And I know we connected on Facebook there recently. So now here we are.
Yeah.
You're another one of a contingent of crew that you've worked with that has joined the cast of the show. There's been plenty.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Mel, and how you got into the business?
How I got into the business. Okay, so I was almost 14 and I was model scouted and I did a little bit of modeling stuff and then I turned 18 and kind of went freelance and I met some wonderful friends along the way. One of which invited me to come and audition for a horror movie, which I was over the moon ecstatic about, and I knew I needed to get it. It's like my whole life had brought me to that moment. I came on set, had a wonderful time, wanted to make my entire life about it, and I did.
That works, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
horror is probably the best. It's my favorite genre anyway. Obviously, we have a horror podcast.
Yeah.
For me, and I've said it on the show millions of times, and mostly everybody agrees that like horror is the best kind of community to be in. Because like as far as it goes, like you could have a terrible horror movie and people love it. You could have
Yeah.
an awesome horror movie and people love it. The movie
Yeah.
could be an average and people will love it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's no diverse thing. Now you get horror snobs that'll be like, I don't watch slasher films or I don't watch this. Yeah, I was like, well then you're not really a horror fan, are you? Because you can't diss one part of the genre. Like I'm not sold on possession movies. Doesn't mean I don't watch them.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I do.
am I gonna rush to put The Exorcist on? No. Am I gonna sit and watch Nightmare on Elm Street for the 3,276,000 times? Absolutely. I mean, but it doesn't mean I won't watch them. But yeah, like horror is the best genre. Like you can go anywhere with it. You can have silly horror, you can have dark horror, you can have funny horror, and then you can have the Terrifier style of overly gory and gratuitous violence, which is awesome too.
The fans are definitely the best in the horror genre.
Absolutely, and like I don't know what it's like over in the States for horror cons. I know there's loads of them and they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But I've only been to two cons, actually three cons now, and they've all been horror cons, and it's been packed
Yeah.
every time. But it's horror fans all the time, which is great.
I love the diversity in the horror fan genre and how you go to these conventions and there's every type of person and they are entirely accepted by the community. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like you could have like at the last one I was at, the one that was in Dublin, there was like a 6-year-old or 7-year-old running around with an Art the Clown mask on. And I was like, you shouldn't even know who that is. But I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No,
You won't
David
be
Howard
scared of nothing in a couple years.
the witch. Yeah, that's it. He'll be desensitized.
Yeah.
I think that becomes not an issue, but that becomes a lot for horror fans. Like I watched Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 11, and my love for horror started sort of there that I can remember. And from then, like nothing really phases me. I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that happened. I get caught by a couple of jump scares every now and then I'm just like, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
But were you always a horror fan then?
Ever since I can remember.
Nice.
Even
So
as a
once
little girl, there was the girls that wanted to be the princesses, but I wanted to be the vampire princess or the zombie princess.
I get that, I get that. So what was your first real memory of horror then?
First real memory.
Like, what was your first, say, horror film that you watched that you remember watching?
Well, I was supposed to be asleep in my room, and my mom was watching, gosh, it was one of the Tales from the Crypt movies. She
Oh
was always
yes,
watching Tales from the Crypt. And I remember I kept sneaking out of my room to catch glimpses of it. And eventually she did let me come out and watch it with her. But she was like, "You're going to get scared. You're going to get scared."
you can't remember which
And
one.
I don't remember which one. It was, I know that I'm partial to Demon Knight, but I don't remember if that was the one or not. But
We'll go with
eventually,
that one. That's a good.
hmm?
We'll go with that one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Eventually we would just watch it together. And I don't know how old I was, but I was pretty young.
Nice, nice. We I have a similar story with my. So she's basically 7. She'll be 7 next week. But in the summer, with me, myself, and my wife were watching Beetlejuice, and the way we had the sofa in our place at the time, kind of half the apartment, the open plan room, and she snuck out from her bedroom and climbed in behind the sofa where we didn't know she was there and watched Beetlejuice from behind the sofa. I was like, fuck. But
Sneaky.
I'm slowly introducing the kids to horror. Yeah. Like I let my 9-year-old watch Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's got autism and ADHD. So like if he sits and watches a movie, he'll still be walking around and doing
Yeah.
things. For 2 hours and 9 minutes of Jaws, he sat on that sofa and didn't move. And I was like,
They did
"Is that
Jaws at the pool this past summer, and my son was playing with his friend, but he did go in and out and watch pieces of it. It was a thunderstorm, so we didn't get very far in to see what he really thought.
nice? Jaws is one of the best movies ever made. Um, but yeah, we're slowly introducing them, and I think it's the right thing to do is to introduce kids to those kind of things because you don't want them. Excuse me, you don't want them getting to an age and then saying things and it scares the bejesus out of them.
Right.
Yeah. So, um, so obviously you said your first movie was a horror film. Um, what was it, or do you care to divulge which one it was?
Oh, it was Scarlet Rain was my first
Nice,
one.
nice. Obviously, you went on to get the audition, as you said.
Yes.
How did you find your first set then?
It wasn't like a huge budget, but it wasn't a micro budget like some of the ones that I've worked on. And it it was really easy to get used to. I was unhoused at the time, and they set me up with a place to stay. Like they set everybody up with a place to stay. It was completely common. And, I was staying around the clock to see how everything else was going, and I didn't have anywhere else to be. And I just remember them being like, "Wow, you're really dedicated to being here." And it's like, yeah, I don't have anywhere else to go. This is great. Getting to see these creative people and these creative elements, and I just had a fantastic time. I thought it was amazing.
Nice, nice. It's always good when you hear people having good times on a set, especially their first one, where you get
Yeah,
some people and they say, "Oh, I was nervous, I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that." Sorry, excuse me. It's always good though when you hear that they were looked after. obviously I'm not an actor, so I wouldn't know. But I take it the whole housing thing is common enough, is it?
Hmm?
You were saying like that they put people up because obviously you'd be traveling for movies and stuff.
Oh, I'm pretty used to it. Uh, I guess not in all situations. There's some situations where I've been in and they'll have everybody like film a day here, film a day there, and it's fine as long as those people are very, very local, but that's not always the case.
I suppose it doesn't help that America is gigantic.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember who it was, and I think it was actually Anne who you worked on Night of the Dead sorority babes with was
Okay,
saying she had to
great.
drive. Oh, sorry, excuse me. She was saying she had to drive like 4.5 hours to get to the set, and I was like, you can drive from the top of Ireland to the bottom of Ireland in like 6 hours with no traffic, and you're driving in one city.
Yeah, driving 4.5 hours to set is pretty common.
I was like, you like, for some people they don't quite get how big America really is, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
just awful, awful.
There was once upon a time when I would drive up to 12 hours one direction for a single audition.
Nope.
I'm really glad when self-tapes came out.
Probably the only good thing that COVID did for acting, was it?
Yes, I was
Uh,
I was living in Japan at the time,
in
and
Japan.
yeah, I was living in Japan for a while, and
Nice.
I kind of thought that I was going to have to put my acting career to bed for a while. When I went over, I moved in January 2020, and
Oh,
a
great.
couple
You
months
got
later,
cheeky.
people were contacting me saying, "Hey, can you do a can you do a remote role for us?" And, it it did wonders for my acting career. You know, people were that I had never worked with before were reaching out asking me to be a part of their film, and uh, several of them actually had me once I moved back to America, had me come and do in-person stuff. So it was pretty great.
Nice, nice. I mean, Japan seems like an extreme place to move to. I don't know many people that have ever moved to Japan, so I'd love to see Japan.
It's a great place to visit. I will leave it at that. I don't know if I would ever want to live there again. It's a little isolating, but it's a great place to visit.
Oh, I'd say so. I'd say so. I don't know. I can't picture myself living anywhere other than in Ireland anyway. But um, not that I get homesick or anything, but everywhere else gets too warm, and I'm just like, no, no, no.
It was cold in Japan.
That wouldn't bother me actually. That wouldn't bother me. Um, so what we'll do is we'll jump straight into probably the next big one for you.
Okay.
That we'll touch on. I can see some boxes behind you there. Now I know you showed me there were perks for the movie. Do you want to tell everyone what it is?
Yeah, these are the boxes that are going to hold the pop style figures for Big Boobenstein, the movie.
Nice.
I These are made by Brandon Andy,
How
and
cool
he did
that is.
he did a really good job. And yeah, we have that edition, and the bikini is actually shiny, just like the bikini that I'm going to wear for the movie. And I have a glow in the dark one, and I can actually like you can see that it's going to glow, but we'll glow it up.
You can kind of see it changing, all right. It's probably gonna be too bright to turn it off. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Now it's glowing.
That might be the best Funko Pop ever.
I am so excited.
Well, actually, I don't know about the best Funko Pop ever. I've got a Jack Burton one. Um, but obviously we'll touch on the movie itself. Obviously it's crowdfunding at the minute.
Yes. We
So
are putting up remote roles tonight for the people who want to do testimonies for Dr. Kuntz.
What a name.
Yes.
His first name should be Dr. Hans Kuntz. um, yeah, so the Indiegogo is live at the minute. As you said, you're putting up remote role perks for anyone that'd be interested in it.
Yes.
I will attach the Indiegogo on the post to it. So when the episode drops on Friday,
Thank
at the
you.
time I'm recording, because like who doesn't want to see a movie called Big Boobenstein?
I am just tickled over this whole movie. I voiced the audiobook version of
There's
the
a
book by Jeff O'Brien, and I just fell in love with the whole book. I'm seeing if the remote roles are up yet.
I didn't
I
even
don't
know
see
there
them
was
yet.
a book.
Hmm?
I didn't even know Big Boobenstein was a book.
Yes, yes, it was written a while ago. I want to say it came out in 2012, and it's an amazing book. It really is. Um, it's it's very unexpected.
Okay. Now I can take this in a number of different ways as to where the movie's going to be. Um, I take it it's not if it would have been a book. I take it it's not a parody movie of Frankenstein.
Right. It's of course, it's a version of the tale. It's got the reanimation aspect to it. So Adelaide DiCarlo, my character, um, she she's in love with this guy, Johnny. He's her moon and stars, and she can see nothing beyond him. But he's got wandering eyes and wandering other things. And he kind of convinces her that she just needs to get a boob job because he doesn't really care about her. And she goes and she gets the boob job, but it doesn't really turn out in her favor. And the movie's got themes of suicide and abuse, and it's pretty dark. But we added a bunch of comedic elements. Well, there's a lot of comedic elements in the book too, to get you through to the other side of the story, where Adelaide goes on a journey in her afterlife to find her self-acceptance.
Fair enough.
It's
So
very much a story of like the end all be all is you should be loving yourself. Nobody else is going to, or they might.
I like that. Obviously, with everything that's come out over the last number of years, I had to just clarify that it wasn't going to be a parody of some kind. But
There's been a bunch of Frankenstein movies.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about stuff that's gone into the public domain. So you had Winnie the
Oh,
Pooh,
yeah.
you've had Bambi, you've Popeye now. There's a whole load of them at the minute.
I actually really love those movies though, but at the core, I'm a horror fan.
Yeah, so I actually did you see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
I did. I saw that on a
I
plane. They were playing that on a plane.
was it. Oh, you would have been back. When did you come back from Japan?
Oh, that was 2023, I want to say.
Did you see it on the plane coming back from Japan?
No, I fly a lot for movies.
Oh, yeah. I actually know Craig, the guy who played Winnie the Pooh. He's been on the show
Really?
before. Yeah. I picked him up and brought him to a con as well over here and brought him back to the airport. He's such a nice guy.
I loved that movie. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the second one. Like I just couldn't get into the second one.
I haven't watched the second one yet. I barely have enough time to watch my own movies, really. And I know a lot of my friends are like, watch my movie. And I'm like, I'll try to get to it. I'm
You know what?
awful.
I don't actually star in movies, but so many people send me stuff to watch, and I'm like, I just won't say no. If someone wants to take the time for me to watch their movie, I'll watch
Yeah,
it. And it might
Yeah,
take me it'll take me months to get there, but
right.
I will
I'm
get
always
there.
excited to watch them when I get the chance. They're
Yeah.
always good. I always love them, but it's just finding the time. Like,
That's it. Like, and a lot of people will send them to me like, "Oh, is there any chance you can do a review on this?" Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I just mightn't be anytime soon.
yeah,
I do try my best. To be fair, I try to get back to people quite as quick as possible. But I'm like,
I
listen,
understand.
so this year alone, I have watched 122 releases for 2025,
Wow.
and like 50 of them are indie films that were sent to me to watch, and I'm like, oh my god. And as I said, I always try to get it done, to watch it, and I'm just like, oh god. The list is just there. And then I'll forget about something, and someone will send me a message like, "Did you get a chance to watch it yet?" And I was like, "No, I definitely forgot."
I
But
always love the reminders. I
yeah,
will, I do not get mad at reminders. Like, yeah, it's on my list.
yeah, it's great because I'll have completely forgotten about it, and then I'll get like 6 months down the way, and I'm like, "Oh, I should have watched that before that came out." um, but yeah, so like, that's why I wanted to just make sure it wasn't going to be one of them parodies. Which they're fine. I quite enjoyed them. Obviously, the main one was another big one that came out, and then Steamboat this year as well.
I am cast in the movie Mean Boat.
What's Mean Boat?
It's another take on the Steamboat Willie character.
Really
Yes.
nice.
I
When's
I
that coming
really
out?
like the the teaser that's out.
Interesting.
It's by Blaze Tudor.
No,
I'm
that's
going
not
to
one.
play Tink.
Okay, I'll have a look at that after this. I was actually just making sure it wasn't the version that Stephen Lamort was doing.
Nope.
No, okay. I will go and check that out. I'm never against a Steamboat movie. I was never a fan of Steamboat Willie, but
Right.
I did like the version with David Howard Thornton in it now that came out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, um, with Michael Michael Levy from Fuzz on the Lens directing it. I really enjoyed that one now. But that's as I said to you before, Shane. I'll divulge into like a million different movies. So I'll try to get back on track. Um, so Big Rubenstein is coming out or set to be obviously filmed next year because there's what at the time we're recording there's
Yes.
20 to this year.
Our director is aiming for an October 2026 release, which I think that's incredibly ambitious, but I don't doubt that he could do it.
I wouldn't be against it. I just wouldn't nail myself down to it. So that kind of way. If it doesn't happen,
Right.
it doesn't happen. So when and where he is filming?
We're filming in April, and that's going to be in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, nice, nice. Who else has been cast in it, or can you say?
I can absolutely say, let me take a look
You're like I'm
just
the
to make
lead. I
sure I
can do what I
don't,
want.
just so I don't mess up any names. We've got Clifton Taylor as the doctor, and then Brian Wilson, who lives out your way. He is going to be playing Eyesore. We just cast Anne Marie Bonney as Mary Janice. We've got Amelia Favada as Samantha and Christina Santiago as Liza. We've got Chris Ridings playing Ron. We've got my friend Newt Wallen is going to be playing a character named Buck. Nurse Myra is going to be played by Penny Aphrodite. We've got Sean C. Sanders is going to be playing Pimp Kane. Johnny, my love interest, is going to be played by Will Nemi. And goodness, this cast list just grows. This is wonderful.
Listen to Mel name drop here.
Also got Melissa Sapienza playing the Babe. We've got Chandra Rawlings. playing a character in the Chicks with Sticks in on one of the bands on stage at the
The
Battle of the Band.
puns on the names in this movie are great.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I I love this cast. I love
It's
this movie. It's very
that,
exciting.
that's the easy thing to say. It is stacked.
Yeah.
I mean, so obviously the crowdfunding is up, right? And the target budget is on there. Um, so I haven't actually looked at it myself at the minute. I've been trying to line stuff up. Um, so is it micro budget? Is it going to be decent budget? Is it ish? Or what's the target for it?
So I've seen what Tyler Chapman can do with a smaller budget, and I'm pretty confident with us being able to move forward with what we have right now. Although it would be really, really nice if we at least got to our stretch goal of $7,500. And that would provide some props and locations for us to expand from what we have currently. And if we're able to go to our next stretch goal, we have these goals where each time we meet it, the movie just gets that much better. And if we get anything past 15K, oh, we're going to do some really crazy, crazy stretch goals because we will be absolutely set at 15K. We will be able to play around with other things like merch or um, I maybe bring in a B-list performer or
Like
somebody.
an Irish podcaster over. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know what we would do if we got past these initial stretch goals of, just making what we need to. I don't know what he's got planned, but I'm pretty confident that we'll get there. The fans have been really receptive, and you know, I, this movie's for them. This movie is for every person who's ever felt like they weren't enough, and I really feel like people want to see that.
I mean, like you can't go wrong, and those kind of movies, even in horror that have those elements to it, are really well received. Even if it's got a low budget or it's got no budget, really. Do you know what I mean? They always play on the heartstrings of a lot of people, and you find not even just in horror, but I'd say horror due to the nature that some people have, they find that it definitely accounts to them more than probably most genres does.
Yeah,
Um, Along those lines. So like I think that's why the substance was so well received. No, I never watched it, but um, like obviously I know what it's about, and I was like I can understand why people got really behind it.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that wasn't for me. I was like I have no interest. Um, but that's going to be the big one next year for you, or one of
Yes,
them anyway.
that is my, long-term Scream Queen finally gets cast as breakout character. This is this
That's
is
the one that we
my
awards.
iconic character. This is what I've been looking for.
Yeah, this is the one that's going to win you the Under the Floorboards award.
Yes.
Shout out to
And I
John and
hope
Eric.
we have 100 sequels.
I mean, you can get one anyway and see where we go from there.
Fingers crossed.
Um, so let's jump into some of the other ones that's on your IMDb.
Of
Uh,
course.
Obviously, one I touched on earlier was Night of the Dead Sorority Babes. I
Yes.
I
Wonderful cast.
I didn't know what to expect from this. I was expecting something different. Now I had an idea that it was going to be kind of gratuitous violence, gratuitous nudity, and can't go wrong. I was really impressed with this and the effects that were done in it. And the, like obviously and SJ, they've done a hell of a job with this.
SJ and Anne are so wonderful. I love working with them. And Angel directing with SJ as well. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
that
she's done
whole
a part in
team.
this actually, didn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah, the movie itself, I thought was funny. Like I know like people giving out and you'll always get people give out about stuff. But like for what it was, I thought it was really fun, really good. The cast in this was as stacked as they came as well.
There's a lot of love on that screen.
Yeah. Obviously we've had a few former guests in this one on the so we had Angel who popped in number one. We had Ashley and Anna in there as well. We were trying to line up with Kelsey. She's just ridiculously busy as well. Um, who else is on that we had on? We had Mia Katz on as well at one stage. Anne was on. So I've kind of gone through that film as well for a lot of the cast. But I'd say that was real fun to make. That house just really looked unreal. And I know they were saying you just hired it out for a little while and went and done it all over a certain period of time. Like,
I think that was one of the first movies that I did once I came back to the States. What was the year on that one?
22, was
The
it?
year- Yeah, that would have been right after I came back to the States.
Sorry, 25.
Was that when it
That was
officially
released,
came out?
yeah. Um, it was a very fun film though. I thought Lynn and um, Thing with Deadly as the bad guys. Mia Katz, I think, was just ridiculous in this movie.
She was really good.
Yeah, like I think I said it on that show that she stole the fucking show. She was deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Obviously Jessa was on as well. She's another big name in the indie world. She seems to be in everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, it was a very enjoyable one. That one. I was one like you could put it on if you had to walk out for 5-10 minutes, come back. It's one of those films where it's like, yeah, I know what's happening here,
Yeah.
and it's an all female cast as well, which is
Oh my
well
gosh, it's entirely
female.
okay. Yeah. I
But
guess I hadn't really thought of it.
I'm not mistaken with that, am I? It's an all female cast.
Yeah, I think every single character.
It's a female. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. It's kind of unheard of as well for horror films.
Yeah, and it passes the Bechdel test.
I don't know what that is.
The Bechdel test is it's funny how rare it is for a film to pass the Bechdel test. If you have two female characters talk to each other about anything other than just a man. And you would be surprised how many films do not pass this test, even like big Hollywood films.
Interesting. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stipulation around the test. Like each these two female characters need to both have last names. There's different tests depending on who you're talking to, but it's fascinating.
Fair enough. That's something new. Um, just going through here to see what the next one I seen um was it Blood and Breakfast? Is that what it is? I think I've seen that one
I
anyway.
worked on it.
Which? I'm just trying to get the right name because I don't want to butcher it. Is it Blood and Breakfast?
Blood and Breakfast.
Yeah, it is Blood and Breakfast, isn't it?
Yep,
I watched that recently. I wasn't mad on this one. With the Scarecrow.
that sounds right.
Yeah, I wasn't mad on it. I was talking to the director. I wasn't mad on it, but I could appreciate what he was going for.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. Looked very well done. Just wasn't wasn't my one this time around. But like no, there was nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't my. It just didn't do it for me. Everyone I thought performed really well. Um, I know a few people. I sent it on to a few people to watch because it's on Air Prime, I think it was over
Yeah.
here, and they came back and they were like, yeah, it was fun. It was I quite enjoyed that, and I was like, good, good. Like I don't know when you
I've
filmed
had
that
quite a
one,
few
but
people bring that movie up to me at cons to sign.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a cool cover.
Yeah.
Would you do many cons? Would you?
Not a whole lot. I'm open to doing more cons, but um, a lot of people ask me to buy a table, and I am not in a position these days to be buying tables.
If you're being asked to go to a con, you shouldn't have to buy the table.
Right.
That's just me. I don't know how cons work, but it wouldn't be my thing. Like if you're being asked to
In
be a
my
guest,
experience, there's no one way it works. They are all vastly different.
fair enough, fair enough. Yeah. So you played Mia in Blood and Breakfast. And Joe, I watched that and I was like, I never put one on one that you were. I watched that not long after I watched Night of the Dead, Sorority Babes, and I didn't put one on one that it was you were the same person. I was like,
I gained a lot of weight while I was in Japan. It was very isolating, and I didn't get to exercise as much as what I was used to. And as soon as I did move back to the States, I was able to wipe it all off pretty quickly. So that's a lot of people don't recognize me in that short amount of time that I was losing the weight.
no, it wasn't that. I just don't think I put it one and one together. Do you know what I was like, when you're watching something, I was like, face is familiar, but what did I just watch with someone in it? Uh, but yeah, that one wasn't. Obviously, I wasn't my big one for me, but um, it was definitely worth a watch. I think I've seen the you done a Friday the 13th one as well, didn't you? The fan film.
Yeah, I did one of those not too long ago. That was I did it right on my back porch.
But it was done in Florida, was it?
Yep.
Nice, nice.
My part was filmed in Florida anyway.
Oh, nice, nice. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. But all those Jason films, I know it's a fan film, but all those Jason films to me just kind of merge into one.
I was really hoping we were going to get the funding. I was so excited to do. I don't know if you saw. I was cast as Pamela for a Pamela fan film. It was going to take place entirely over the Pamela character and what made her screws come loose. And I was so excited to play it up. And
I
we
mean,
I
there was
went out and I filmed the promo, and uh it was like not uh, they put out the promo and it didn't get the attention that they wanted it to, and I didn't hear anything else about it.
it might take off, especially now with the run of Camp Crystal Lake due to come out. The ramp up on that's come up big now. So maybe if
I
they
would be
rerun it,
open to playing a Pamela.
I mean, like that that original Friday the 13th had probably one of the scenes that scared me the most in horror when I was
Yeah.
younger. Um, so Kevin Bacon's death scene when he's lying in the bed and he gets the arrow in the neck. So
Yeah.
I had a bed that was very similar to that, and I watched it and I was like, nah, I'm not falling for that shit. And that crazy bitch gonna get me. Um, but yeah, that's the one scene that really sticks with me. That really kind of got me when I was younger. Not even so much like the Freddy Krueger going in and killing everyone or Michael or anything. I was like, but it was that because my bed was fairly similar. I was
Yeah.
like, no, I was like, bitch, go and get me. But I mean, that would be a great character to play, and I think it. Like, I'm
I was
surprised.
so excited for it.
Like, I'm surprised there wasn't a full backstory to her anyway.
Yeah. And
But
that's kind of what the whole it was going to be a fan film, but it was going to be like her backstory when she was younger and the things that she went through. And it started with I guess I never saw the full script. I don't know if there was a script. I don't know if it was in development or what happened, but uh, from what I understood, it was going to take place around the time that she found out that she was pregnant with Jason, and the turn of events from there.
oh, okay. So it would have been like a full-on backstory of her. Oh, obviously, it probably would have ended when he died in 1957.
Probably.
Well, fair enough. I'd have watched it.
Yeah, I was I was set to play it. I was happy. I was excited, and it might get picked up maybe one day.
Here's hoping. Here's hoping. Because
Yeah,
I do think it's a character that deserved um, a run.
I
Like,
agree.
I mean, like, even when you go as far as Nightmare on Elm Street 4, there's a section in it where Amanda gets her story. I mean, like, we never really got um, a Pamela one,
Yeah.
but there's probably a reason to that. There might not be. I don't know. I know Sean Cunningham's fighting to get it back. So maybe if he gets it back, he might get a bigger one, and maybe get cast in that one. That's the plan. That's the plan. So I'll tell you what. Rather than me going through this, because you've got an extensive IMDb, over 100 credits at this stage. Why don't you tell me a couple that you had the most fun on? Or not, to
Okay,
be honest.
I'm gonna limit myself to just the last couple of years, because otherwise we'll be here all night.
So yeah,
Hey,
you've been acting for a little while anyway.
yeah,
Just a few years.
just a little bit.
Well,
Let's see. Let's go back to 2024 and forward. Okay, and I'm going to limit myself to the ones that I did in person as well. I had a really fun time on the movie Florida Man, though that's not horror, so we won't dwell too long on that. I get to play a drag version. Uh, I play a male character uh,
interesting.
who is simply known as Florida Man. I have a wig and a goatee, and it was silly, ridiculous fun with Curtis Everett, and I am Florida Man.
I know.
What else?
One
uh,
one that I know that's on it that I still have to get to, another SJ one, was Return of the Corn Zombies.
yes, I had so much fun playing Betty.
I I've been meaning to get to it and meaning to get to it and meaning to get to it.
You
Mia
need
was
to
like,
get to it. And I've been told that you don't need to watch the original Corn Zombies to enjoy it, but because they're so vastly different,
I'm
um,
not going that way. I'd have to watch the first one to watch the second one.
that's fair too.
Yeah.
So I got to play a lot of nuance in this character. SJ's writing, like there's layers to it. There's like all these little things, and it makes it so juicy to develop a character off of SJ's writing and the cast that was involved. And I got to play uh Kelsey Kelsey her last name is failing me, which is awful.
Living Good?
Angel and Kelsey, I get to play no
Oh,
no, the more I think of it, the more it's gone. I get to play sisters with Angel as well.
is it not Kelsey Living Good? She's in it.
Kelsey Livengood is in it, but she's not the one that plays my sister.
Oh, sorry, you're talking about the cast name or the.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm like, oh, I was like, she's definitely in it. Um,
I need to find it now because it's going to make me absolutely insane because I love working with Kelsey. Ann Baker, Kelsey Ann Baker.
Ah, I see.
My mind was wanting just a last name. Anywho, uh, so much fun on that. So much fun playing in the corn. It was wonderful. It's so easy for me to spoil things, so I'm just not going to, especially since the movie only just came out this past year.
I
Uh,
do like to avoid spoilers for a while.
yes, at least for
Especially
like
I
two,
can
three
see it either.
years. Yeah, because people might be finding out about this movie just based on this. So I'm going to move on really quickly before I spoil it. Uh, Blood Red Beach. Blood Red Beach was so much fun. I really loved every cast and crew member. The movie's fantastic. They make really incredible, top-notch films. Mad Angel, highly recommend them. I also worked on the movie Pig Shit by Astronomic Studios. And Astronomic, they are they are some of my favorite people to work with.
My boy
I
Dan
will
Grogan was
do
in that.
who?
Dan Grogan.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been on the show a
I
couple of
love
times.
Dan Grogan is my favorite actor. I love working with Dan.
Big shout out to Dan the Trash Man.
Yes.
Yeah, I love Dan.
He
Dan's
is
awesome.
wonderful.
Yeah. Bobby done this one, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I knew he was doing it all right because I was talking to Dan. He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be good."
Yeah.
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 I pretty much watch anything that Bobby does, though.
Yeah.
Amityville Ripper was fun.
Oh
Grandma
my
was
God,
fun.
Amityville Ripper was so good. And I'm not
Yeah,
even in that.
I did. So anyone that I kind of have on the show, I tend to follow what they do and kind of give them a bit of support in whatever's coming out. And obviously, Bobby was in it, Anna was in it. So I was like, yeah, like it was
Yeah.
very fun for what it was.
It's a good movie. We just did a little premiere a month and a half ago. We did a little premiere of just the rough cut, and it was really well received, and it's not even all the way done.
I need to get on to Bobby to see that.
Yes. Yes, I am so excited for that movie. And Bloody
He's
Bones.
and which
Bloody Bones. We filmed Pig yeah. So we did I want to say Bloody Bones in November. We turned around and did Pig Shit in February. And then we had to do a little bit more Bloody Bones a couple months later.
is that Bobby done that one as well? Did he?
Yes.
That man doesn't fucking stop, does he?
I know it. And it's making me a little crazy that I haven't seen I saw them at the premiere, but that was only one day. We did all these movies back to back to back. We did Bloody Bones and then Pig Shit and then Ouija Slumber Party and then Bloody Bones pickups and then we did the premiere and we did all these movies back to back to back and I haven't worked with them in a few months. It's like, okay, I'm itching to go back.
Bobby sorted out, get a new film in,
Yes, got to.
and make sure I
I'll
see it.
do anything he wants me to. I I have so much faith in Bobby.
He's just such a good guy. I had him on the show. He's a genius.
Yeah, I
And what he
agree.
does, the budgets that he has, and the cast that he uses, he's just a genius.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't as familiar with his work as I should have been before I worked with him. You get vibes in this industry. You get vibes on people, and I unfortunately don't get to watch as many movies as I wish I did. But
That's because he got busy.
he cast me on Bloody Bones, and everything he had to show for it looked really good. And I was immediately like, "Yeah, I've been trying to work with you for a while now. Yeah, let's do it." And then I forget which movie was the first one that I saw, but I saw Venus Dye Trap,
I haven't seen
and I
that
was
yet
just
either.
like, "This is art. It's so good. It's so good.
I
And
got I got him on. He was an early guest. Uh, I think it was just after Anna got cast in Grandma,
yeah.
and then I had him on. I haven't had him on since. Well, I need to go and revisit now that I've seen like 4 or 5 of the films.
Yeah. I saw 31 Kills of Halloween and Amityville Ripper and just anything he made. I'm like, wow. It's so different and it's
Now,
so good.
the Amityville Ripper one, I wasn't expecting the sort of the fourth wall to be broken, and
Oh my God.
yeah. See, I'm real weird like that when I watch a movie. If something goes like that and throws me out, I'm like, oh. But with indie films, I go with it, and I'm just like, yeah. But like, if that done that in a big budget Hollywood film, I'd be like, I'm out, I'm done.
I agree. I love fourth wall breaks in indie film, watching them because it's like suddenly like you feel like you know these people even if you haven't met those people in person, you feel like you know them because it's the vibe. And they break the fourth wall and you're like, "Can you see me right now?" Because it
they're,
really does
they're
feel like
good.
they're looking at you.
They're good people.
Yeah.
Good people. Well, Bobby and Dan are definitely good people. I love
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah.
He he's been on the show twice. Well, actually once, and I got him to do a top 5 Halloween films. We done it as a section a couple of years ago where we had him just go on give his top 5 rewatch horror films for Halloween,
Yeah.
and he got someone to come by in a Michael Myers mask. Just walked by the screen. I was like, "You're a fucking legend." I asked him at like 4 o'clock. He recorded it and sent it to me like about 2 hours later. And I was like, "How do you just have that stuff in your house?" He's just an all-round good guy.
Yeah.
Um, right, just before we finish up, because I don't want to hold you all evening either. Um, I'll throw a few quick fire questions at you.
Okay,
Um,
let's go.
right, favorite horror film? Easy one.
Zombieverse.
What's in Zombieverse?
Zombieverse.
Oh, Zombievers. I thought you said Zombieverse. I was like, yeah, hold on. There's two different ones. Is it the one where they're on the raft? They end up on the raft, the little wooden island thing. The Zombievers one.
Um, yeah, Zombieverse with the
Yeah,
beavers, but they're
yeah. No,
zombies.
there's two different ones though.
There's two different
Um,
Zombievers?
yeah, and is it the one where they kill, like, he goes in and kills the old neighbor in the house across the field, the beside the lake?
Yeah, I feel like it's the one by the lake.
Yeah, yeah. Or am I
Yeah,
mixing it up?
2014.
Yeah, no, the other one. Sorry, the other one's called Zoom Beavers. Or Zoo
Oh,
Beavers.
yeah, no, yeah. The poster is them on the raft with
Yeah,
the they're
yeah.
so cute.
That was fun for what it was. I really enjoyed that one.
I
Um,
love that movie.
some good death scenes in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's one of the that hasn't appeared before.
I love that movie. That and Dead Silence. I really like Dead Silence.
So I actually only mentioned Dead Silence earlier on in a post on Facebook. We were talking. People were like underrated horror films.
Underrated.
Yeah. Now that person went on to say The Right and Pope's Exorcist, and I said both of them are dirt. I said I hated both of them, especially Pope's Exorcist. I thought that was awful. But I was like, one that's clinically underrated is Dead Silence. James Wan was
Yep.
brilliant. Mary Shaw,
Yes.
very, very underrated. And the dummy just makes it even better.
Yep.
Um, okay. Right. So, favorite horror film. Give me your top 5 John Carpenter films.
Okay, vampires, of course, because who didn't love John Carpenter's vampires?
John Bon Jovi.
Okay.
You know,
Um,
this interview can be deleted very quick if you don't hit the right answer in these 5.
Ooh, okay.
Pressure's on now.
The pressure is on.
And I'll
The
give you
Thing.
The Thing is good. The
Yeah.
Thing is it's the best remake of any genre ever. But that's not the right
Uh,
answer.
All right. The first Halloween.
It's awesome, but not the right answer. Pressure's on now. Three to go.
Is on. Oh, no, I said vampires, The Thing, and
Oh, sorry, two
Halloween
to go.
one. Hmm?
Two
Two
to
to
go.
go. Um,
It's tough.
it is.
And bear in mind, former guest on the show, I don't know if you know Corey Cowley.
Corey
Um,
Kelly.
Corey Deanne Cowley.
Not
She
yet.
she done the list. She's awesome. She does like special effects and an actress and everything. Some other stuff is just ridiculous. But she done the list and she gave me the list of five with absolute conviction and forgot to put one on it. And then when I said it to her, everything changed and I called her out on it.
Oh, goodness.
I absolutely clipped it as well and put it out.
Well, The Fog has to go on my list.
Okay, one more. Fog's awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
Um,
pressure. Because you still haven't hit it in
Shame.
four. As Mel scours through John Carpenter's IMDb.
It's I know it's been so long since I've watched any of these movies.
Oh, well, I might have to let you away with it if you don't watch them all that often.
No, I don't watch anything that I'm always working. Um,
Go on, throw one more out.
one more. I know I'm gonna say the wrong thing.
What is it?
Uh, I'm going to go with Michael versus Jason, the short.
John Carpenter didn't do that.
It says right here that he did. 2004.
I don't know about that now. If it's on there, I'll let you away with it, but that's not it. Big Trouble in Little China is the correct answer.
Big Trouble Little China, but that's not horror.
Well, it's not horror. It's a bit of everything.
Yeah, it is a good movie.
And I didn't say it had to be horror. I just said top five John Carpenter films. Big
I
Trouble in
will
Little China
always
is
choose, not always, but almost always, I will choose horror over anything else.
Big Trouble in Little China is my favorite movie of all time. Fucking
Nice.
love it. It's awesome. So,
It's a great movie.
so then, just before we finish up now, what do you like to do for fun when you're not acting or surviving
I
parenthood?
do a lot of things. I like running 5Ks. I like horseback riding. I like uh, going to different islands whenever I get the chance. I like playing video games and painting and making music.
I mean, that works too. All good ways of relieving stress.
Yeah.
Although the thoughts of running a 5K might actually kill me. Um, despite playing football twice a week, I think I might die if I tried to run a 5K. You'll never ever catch me on a horse ever. That's just not gonna happen. I don't care if I was offered £1,000,000. It's not gonna happen. Um, music, I'm tone deaf.
I
So
am too, but people let me buy with it.
I'll allow it then. But Mel, it's been a pleasure to have you on. I'd love to have you back again at some stage.
Yeah.
Where it's not just so much about each one of your movies, and you can just kind of let everything flow out. Because I try to keep it tied in, although I do get distracted very, very easily.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely try and line one up maybe in the new year at some stage.
Fabulous. I'd like that.
I'll get on and I'll see if I can get a hold of some of those other movies, and I'll give them a watch, and we'll go from there.
Awesome.
And as I said, I will post the link for the Indiegogo when I'm putting this out.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing that and what comes for you in the future. Do you want to tell people where they can find you if you do have Instagram, don't you? Stuff.
I do. I'm really easy to find on the internet. If it's a social media site, I'm at Mel Heflin, Melheflin. That easy.
So, it's not a common name anyway.
Right.
Yeah. But what I'll do, folks, is I'll finish this the way I finish every single Friday night. In the words of the great George A. Romero, ladies and gentlemen, stay scared.